I got to lean in.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We're here for the Real Housewives of chaotic / racist Salt Lake City. And we're here to talk about the finale, child. Can you believe this show started in September? I believe it was.
Yeah.
It was right after Labor Day.
Months. Yeah.
I mean, we have not seen a 21 episode season in a very long damn time, and I don't have to see it ever again because it was just so long. I had some moments where I enjoyed it, I had moments where I was like tired, but for the most part, we are at the end. Jamie, myself, Antonio, and Chad have been here damn near every Monday except for last Monday. And so, how you doing, Jamie? Welcome back. How was your move? So many questions.
Oh, it was good. It was good. Thank y'all. I missed you guys. I was watching y'all whenever I could, in spirit when I should be working. Y'all are on my YouTube page, so I'll watch y'all at work.
Okay, Antonio, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Had a good day off, so I'm glad. I'm so glad, child. It's the end of this damn season, almost.
Yeah, I had a day off today too, but I didn't really. I just was being lazy, playing a little PS.
I wasn't productive at all.
So
I saw you got the new Horizon Dawn game. How is it so far?
Love it. I love it.
I need to order it. I need to get it.
What's going on in the chat? Hey, Indigo, I saw you in here a little earlier. David, Carrie, Conversation, Dr. Sihu, Nushka, Derek, Julius, Ricky Stars. A lot of folks in here, so I feel like it's
hey y'all,
because we got a lot to talk. Not a lot, but we got some shit to talk about. So I would just say if you are anti-Mary, you should probably leave now because I'm gonna be very much so all on Mary's side this whole thing because that thing was a mess, a whole mess. But before we talk about that, of course, if you're watching right now, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if not already. I say it all the time, but hit that like button. A lot of people watching but don't actually like, and that's just rude. And that just kind of means you're a hater. So like the video to keep us in the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and then comment. Let us know what y'all think about it. Let's talk about it. So before we actually get into this actual week's episode, we were not here last week, so a little bit of things that's happened in the Salt Lake City world. It has been confirmed that Mary's not coming back, so I guess we can all let that go.
Yeah.
For those that were hoping she's gone, she's gone. So if she comes back, it will be a gag that I didn't expect to come back. But per Andy and I think his correspondent, she won't be back. And then it's getting really hot for Miss Shah because her trial, I believe, is May 7th. So it's like
March.
March.
It's coming up in like 3 weeks.
March. I'm sorry, March. And so apparently everybody in the case has took a plea, right? At this point, right?
Yeah, they all flipped. Yeah.
That ain't good
at all. That is
awful.
Nervous for.
I wanted to get y'all thoughts on it. Like, what do y'all? I know we talked about in the group chat, but what do y'all think here and in the chat? Like, what do y'all think about that?
Clearly, for me, you can tell that they are going, I guess, after the big fish. Like Jen is the one that they want, which is why they were able to, I guess, convince her people to take those pleas and things like that. It's not shocking to me that Jen hasn't taken one because she's, professed to be innocent the entire, time since it came up. So I guess it wouldn't look good for her to say, oh, well, I want to plea as well. But no, if you don't, if you haven't did anything, then I guess you don't want to plea. I'm keeping her in my prayers. I mean, I don't want the sister to go to jail. I don't want her taken away from her husband, her kids.
You said the sister?
The sister. Jen is a strong black woman.
Okay. You're right.
It's not my place to argue.
I don't want for real. I don't want her to go to jail. So I'm gonna say a little prayer for Jen that everything comes out on her side in the positive. So
okay. Jamie, any final thoughts for Miss Jen before she goes on trial in less than 2 weeks?
Take a plea, girl.
Take a plea, honey. Take the plea.
Maybe call them folks back and see if the offer is still on the table.
Because if you don't take that plea, you're gonna be Shah jail.
She's gonna be shocked when the verdict is written.
Something.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Come on. Who said that comment right there? Some Carrie. Oh, Carrie said, well, you got one person. Julie said, I am still anti-Mary. That is not a woman of God. And
He's
then Jerry said,
we are 5 minutes into the broadcast.
If you are anti-Mary, lean out.
No, but before you lean out, make sure you like that damn video.
Okay. You don't have to like what we're saying, but just like the video.
All right. So let's get into the actual episode. So the episode starts out with a couple of scenes. We can kind of get through. We got one scene where Lisa is talking about her event. It's like a 80s-ish type of pop art, I don't know, theme party for her tequila. And look, I was kind of confused as to why she was having it. Was it just to celebrate her tequila? Because was it a milestone or something?
Well, no, you know that she was launching the new bottle, the crystal encrusted bottle or whatever.
Okay, so she has a special edition. I'm guessing, like a special edition of Vida tequila, and that's what I'm getting. So she's having her event, and I like that they capture all the time. She said, "I love it." I just want to say, I used to be a Lisa Barlow fan. And honestly, I just think Lisa Barlow is just fake as hell. And in that scene, I'm like, girl. But nonetheless, she's having her event. This is the finale. Cool. Jen is downsizing. She's moving again. I don't know if she's running like refugees or something like that. What's going on? But at this point, this is the third time she's moved. Well, second time she's moved since the show has aired. She went from the last little place she had to the one she's in now. And then now she's downsizing to, she said, like around a 4,500 square feet type space or whatever. And so she's meeting with the movers, and the movers are telling her like it costs about $8,000 to $10,000 to move all her stuff. And so what y'all think is going on with Jen? Like she's trying to make it seem like she is being smart about her money. You know what I'm saying, at this point, but in that case, then she had glam. I don't think she's shown any type of example of being smart about her money.
I don't either.
At all.
And even with that move, if you got your mama broke and she done cashed in her 401k to help you pay for your lawyers, you mean to tell me that you have $10,000 to pay some movers, but you got all these family members living with you? You better make them motherfuckers pack some shit up and take some boxes and load them onto a truck.
Well, that's what I was thinking. She got all them sons, and I mean,
yeah.
They got a lot of stuff. I mean, it ain't nothing but IKEA furniture. I mean, ain't that what she put up in there?
It don't look. The house don't look like nothing. She should be selling some of those clothes and shoes anyway to try to get some of that money. She need to put it on Poshmark or something like that.
Y'all is so rude.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot going on.
I think in her mind, she's giving this act of like, oh, I've been humbled and I'm really trying to do things the right way. But every time she talks about the incident, she keeps saying my legal issues or my legal problems. There is no like, shit, I think I may have really fucked up, or I didn't know what was going on, or I overlooked some stuff. It always just seems like they're targeting her completely out of the blue. And now she's doing, she's having to downsize her life until everything gets worked out. I'm like, baby,
what somebody else did. Yeah.
The way she's talking like she gonna pay this retainer and she good. So she basically, it's almost like she's saying, let me downsize to save a little money so I can pay this retainer and I'm free, honey. I'm good. But girl,
that's not how it works.
It's gonna and they're filming right now. So we're gonna get this trial. We're gonna get her literally getting handcuffed,
arrested.
Arrested.
Oh, I can't wait.
But I saw something that she recently was requesting that they remove footage, I believe. From, I don't know if it's the current season that's on or the season that they're filming, but she's requesting them to like take some footage out.
Well,
legally they can do that, right?
Her attorney is requesting that none of the footage from the show be submitted into evidence. So her spending money and her traveling is saying it has no bearing whatsoever on the trial. I was like, well, if she's spending your granny's money, that kind of has bearing.
Money. Her mama then gave everything she had to get her that for that retainer, and she is over here just
That's money her mama is never gonna get back.
Yeah.
Ever.
She gonna go on down to the She gonna go on down to the Walmart.
She gonna have to set her mama up a sofa bed in that damn 4,500 square foot space.
Luska said she packing up her furniture because the furniture came with the house. Definitely. You probably right about that.
Airbnb. It's an Airbnb.
So then, that's one scene. We have a scene where Heather is doing a memorial for her father. Her father passed during the pandemic, so she didn't get a chance to have it. Now, she didn't really have a relationship with her dad because this is like basically, I guess because she was leaving Mormonism. Is that how you say it? Is that right?
Sure. The whole scene looked like a cult. If anything, looked like a cult.
And it was interesting because at the beginning she's like, no, like, you know, I want y'all to sit here. I want to look into the mountains or the snow or something like that. And then she's like, no, sit over here. And I'm just like, this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's so weird.
I'm not a fan of any type of memorials or funerals. I mean, I've been to some, obviously, for the few deaths in my family, but I thought it was very weird, and it was just very weird, you know. Any thoughts?
It was cringy. Like if she wasn't close with her dad, I can understand like feeling like you missed out on your father passing away, but apparently all of her family was there, and I thought that she was excommunicated from the family. Like the brother showed up, everybody showed up except the mom. Well, the mom showed up, she just didn't talk to her. So it makes me think, as much as I like Heather the problem.
Quick question: which scene felt more like a cult? Mary's church session week before last, or the scene that we just saw with Heather outside in the grass looking at the sun?
Both of them.
The scene last night.
Both of them for very different reasons. They all got together and were.
And then when they started singing,
so
and they was
creepy.
like,
that was so creepy.
I'm your sheep, and whatever they were saying, come fold me up, or whatever they were saying on that church song.
Yeah, I went to the bathroom. I am not gonna watch this. I went to the bathroom for Mary. I was looking at Mary like, huh? What Mary say? This is crazy for God. That's all like, this is crazy.
You were like, God damn it! I was riding so hard for you, and then you pulled this shit out of your pocket.
Oh, yeah. Like Carrie said, like Heather's mother said, the dad was turning off his grave. He wouldn't have wanted that from those sinful children. He would have thrown them his empty chairs in their hence empty chairs in their heaven. Yeah, it was a lot. Dr. C, who you didn't miss much. The first scene, like we're gonna brace through these things. Nothing rich going on. No, say she fast forward too. Okay, well, since y'all fast, we're gonna fast forward too. Then we have Meredith's photo shoot. So Meredith made these shirts said, what is they can say LGBTQ plus I'm engaging, something like that.
Yeah,
that was cute. I love it. Was
cute.
The whole shoot and the scenery.
I love that.
Her daughter,
I love the backdrop.
Her daughter is so. But you know what? They all talk like Meredith. They all of them. Like they all talk like please. That was wrong. I said that wrong. I can't even do it no more.
But if Meredith, I don't know. I need me a little like a set. I like the color of Seth's was probably my favorite because I like that emerald green color he had on. So yeah,
they all were so pretty. Like, you know what? She should have just worn one of those to the reunion because any one of those colors would have been fine, and we would not be reading her as probably one of the worst reunion looks ever. Right now.
Well, no, because I still think that lady had one of the worst reunion look ever.
With the blue?
The lady. No, the lady baggy dress.
The lady baggy dress.
Yes, Jamie, that damn baggy dress.
Yeah,
it's like when you play dress up or something and you borrow a friend's gown for a night out and they don't fit you right, but you're still there.
I can't. What was I going to say? And also, we're going to talk about the reunion trailer too towards the end because we did watch it, obviously, and so we didn't mention it at the beginning. I want to kind of get into this first. It was the pandering for me, a weird ass family. Yes. Let's talk about this too. Whitney was super tan, looking like a hot dog. And with red on, and I guess this is supposed to be, think about it. Whitney's storyline was everybody else's, right? But I guess if you think back, her storyline was her getting her sex like that. However, she was too busy in everybody else's business. How would she have been able to get her sex like that? I guess she had to wait till all the dust settled, which is the end of the season, to finally have this nasty, filthy sex. And I'm not saying it's filthy because I'm not into it. I'm looking at them too. Well, I'm more so looking at her, and I'm just like, you look kind of like, if you ain't never looked like Pumpkin, you look more like Pumpkin than I've ever seen before the whole season. So, yeah.
And her shoes, her feet was hanging over the front of those shoes when they captured her walking to the bedroom. And then she got Justin, who actually looks like her granddaddy. And she rubbing paint on him.
I just started doing this when she came on screen. I was just like, ooh. I was like, this is too much. I can't wait. What am I watching?
I normally do not like to yuck anybody's yum, but that was fucking yuck. Like I almost wrote a letter to the FCC. I was offended. I don't want to see that.
Remember when? What's her name? Remember Ashley? Yes, Darby did her scene last season for Michael Darby. That was
It was so cringe.
It wasn't that bad.
No, this to me was worse than Ashley.
That wasn't as bad as this. I'm sorry. Right. Ashley just tacky. She had the Lachita dress on, but this girl, I mean, she put on red, and then she was rolling it. They was rolling it. It was just weird.
Like they did some paint.
Where are the babies? Who's watching them damn kids? She's got 2 toddlers. Where are the kids at?
I'm gonna call Utah Department of Children's Services.
What did he say? I put my eyeballs in my purse and drove blind. That's what I felt like. I was like, this is not becoming.
It was so weird. Like I'm all for you trying to spice things up for your man, but it looked so. Why is every light in the fucking house on? Like, bitch, you ain't got no ambiance.
Yeah, it was not sexy at all. At all. He come without his jiggles. I mean, I ain't even know what to try. I'm like, it seemed like he was uncomfortable because when they went upstairs, you gotta think about it, they filming. So imagine the camera crew there. They probably was like, "What is that?"
And then she told him to take his pants off. Like they didn't try to do it in no sexy way. Like he rolled his pants down like a little 7-year-old. So he had to try to use one foot to get one leg out of the. It was just crazy. I was like, get these motherfuckers off my TV. This some bullshit.
It was a lot. I didn't care for it. So we're gonna move from that scene. Anybody got any comments on that scene? It sounded like everybody in the chat was just kind of disgusted too. I think we all was disgusted.
Trash.
So we'll move on. And so the last after that we get to the actual Vida Tequila event. Okay. So the event, I guess I like how they edited the scenes. I mean, we tried to do some pictures for this little toot and boot, but the scenes were so distorted and it was pretty on the TV, but Antonio pulled out his little Polaroid camera and he can get some pictures. So we don't have the pictures, but I want to ask y'all in the chat and Jamie, Antonio, whose look was your favorite? And whose was your least favorite?
So Jennie looked a hot mess.
Who?
Jennie looked that lady.
Yeah.
That lady. That lady looked a mess. Her hair was brittle. It looked like straw.
Them Carol, she got electrocuted and came to the party.
So after knowing what the theme was, Mary's outfit that we had seen her wear that night in the trailer at the beginning, it made so much more sense. Because when I initially saw Mary's outfit, I was like, the fuck is this lady wearing in public? But it made sense. So I'm like, okay. I thought Meredith looked good. Lisa didn't even stick to her own theme. I couldn't tell.
I thought Meredith was still with the because it kind of gave me puffy shoulders a little bit, but it was modernized. So Meredith was probably my favorite. And actually my least favorite is probably gonna be Jabberjaw. Heather. Heather's gonna be my least favorite. She looked cheap and just wide, and I hated it.
Yeah. Christ, I don't know. I don't know. Everybody was doing something completely different. I like Mary's pants. I'm tired of her wearing gold. She liked these little gold, little jackets.
She loved
the
gold. She loved the Chanel gloves. She did have some boob cleavage
that on too. I said, now wait a minute, now what kind of guy?
Yeah, she had her little titties out. I said, okay, Mary.
If this guy, she had some little titties out.
I probably would have lived for Mary's if instead of those pants, for me, if she would have had on a leather skirt or something like that. With that would have really gave me 80s chic.
It would have been floor length.
I didn't hate what she had
Demetrio said he liked Leather's outfit. Heather's
Who said
outfit. That? Demetrio said he liked Heather's outfit.
She did not.
What's up, Demetrio?
She did not look bad. She
didn't look great. Terrible.
She didn't look bad.
Her titties needed to be supported. Her hair wasn't blended properly with the extensions. She had on some kind of white shoes, I think.
I didn't even see her shoe. I didn't look down. I never go past Heather's neck. I stop right there because I'm like, girl, please. I don't want to look because she can't dress to me. But Whitney actually had the picture look really good. I just that whoever did the ponytail, I don't know who did it, but that's where it fell for me.
Jackie Christie did that damn ponytail for Whitney.
But she actually, if she had like actually went to someone to do her glam, she would have looked probably the best to me.
Yeah,
I agree, because I did like her little
what she was
suit.
going for, but she just didn't nail it. And
she didn't fully commit, so I agree with that.
Okay,
I'm really starting to think that Salt Lake City doesn't have anybody who does good makeup or good hair. Like that city is a wasteland because all of these ladies always just seem like they miss the mark. Like they're almost there, except for one or two things.
Well, I think Meredith's makeup and hair is usually together, and so is Lisa Barlow's.
Well, Lisa just wears her hair straight.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Well, I mean,
the time.
they also, I mean, they're not broke. They don't make a lot of money though. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. They're a low paid franchise. I will say one of the lowest. Probably.
I hope they are the lowest right now.
But you know, Lisa Barlow said 2 weeks ago she don't need this show. She
richer than all of them.
She richer than all of them. Okay, so let's talk about the actual scene because we got a lot to talk about in this scene. We're making good time. Let's go. All right, so at the event after the fashions, after everyone gets there, all the ladies are there, right? And Meredith and Mary are not there, but Meredith is with her husband. They came together. So when Meredith gets there, before she gets there, they're kind of talking about Lisa and Meredith's relationship, and Lisa's just explaining how she's known Meredith so long, and basically saying like, I know her, and this is kind of not what we do, but we're gonna talk about it, whatever, blah blah. When Meredith gets there, they hug it out, no true drama. Heather's mad, her face all frowned up because she like, I don't understand. They just they just won't make up. I'm like, girl, you just don't want them to be friends. I think Heather really enjoys them not being friends because she can actually be friends with what's her name? Lisa. Because when they're friends, there is no Heather, at least from what I've seen. And Heather, I mean, she is okay with Meredith. She don't have no issue with Meredith, but she's a little fake to me. But then after that, Mary gets there, and Mary, I think somebody just mentioned it. There was a conversation between Coach Shah and Mary, and Coach Shah was basically thanking Mary for, I guess, how her church treated Jen. He basically was saying that no one had been so welcoming and nice to her since the trial, and so he was very appreciative of it. And she was just like, well, look who they following. Like, look at me.
That is what she said.
She did. She basically was saying that.
The delusions.
And so, like, what did y'all get from that conversation? Because at first I had to go back and watch it. I was a little confused. And
go
ahead.
It was hilarious. It's the juxtaposition of her saying, I forgive. Once I forgive, it's all under the table. I try to live in positivity. Hey, Mary, you want to talk? Fuck you, Whitney. I don't want to talk to you. Like, I'm like, well, hold on a second, Mary. Hold on a second.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, Mary.
I thought it was good, though. I'm glad that he said something to her. And hopefully, I really do hope Jen did go back and say that stuff to him. Like, oh, they were very receiving and positive and blah, blah, blah. But I kind of enjoyed the little conversation that they had. And then when Whitney walked up and Mary was like, pray for me.
Oh, girl. She said, pray for me. Like, oh, my God. Okay. Yeah. So then after that, well, first, let's not forget, Mary is there. Jennie is there, and she's paying Jennie dust, part 1. And Jennie is upset not only in person, but also in her confessional. She rolling her neck and stuff like that, like she did from San Diego. And she's basically upset that she says that it's common decency to speak, So she mentions common decency or whatever. And so
that Mary don't have no common decency or common sense.
That's what she said. Right. So at this point, I'm a little confused because I'm like, she already told you
she don't like you.
She don't like you. She feels like you are rude. So why do you want to speak to her? Why can't you just come in the event and just enjoy your friend's event? Lisa, who we're gonna talk about too, because we have resurfaced the fact that we felt like, I do feel like at this point now she had to know about Miss Jennie. Anyway, so back to the actual episode. So I don't understand why it's such an issue for them. Why can't she just come to the event? And Mary came by herself. Now, have you noticed she does everything by herself? She leaves by herself. And so that's kind of not that she should come with anybody, but damn, Robert Senior or somebody, the son. It would be nice to see her come to something because it really is what way more proves that she is not like friends with anybody. She's like on the outside looking in. And so after that, Whitney pulls Mary to the side, and Mary's like, "Oh my God, like, what do you want? And you're drunk. I smell alcohol in your breath." And then Whitney's like, well, we're at the tequila event.
She's like, "Of course."
Like, of course you gonna smell alcohol. She's like, first Mary's just like, what do you want? Like, why? What do you want? So finally she goes and talks to her. She sits down. It's just her. And at this point, I think it's them two. And then you got Jennie.
And Jen walked up as well at that time.
Yeah, Jen and Jennie walked up.
And Jennie were sitting right here. I think it's actually like that. So after that, Whitney wants to apologize to Mary. She apologized to Mary for the rumors about the cult, but in apologizing, she basically was saying that she's not the one that made it up. She's saying that, but Mary stopped, and Mary was like, well, you carried it. And that, to me, that means a lot to me. Like, you were the one to keep it going. She said, my grandmother said it's the person that spreads it. I'm like,
the person that carries it. Yeah.
Right. That carries it.
Don't bring up the grandma.
Right. So after that, she basically says that, well, you came for me first. And I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out a point to where I know we had the whole thing with the invite and the little girl, but was there ever a moment where she came for her? I mean,
I think that's gotta be what she's talking about. Go ahead,
Jamie.
I think she said what she said. I would have never gone as hard as I did if you hadn't disrespected me first, or something like that,
right.
Alluding to the cooking thing. And my thought is, the two of them, they probably could have squashed that. But we've said this multiple times on this show. Whitney, when the cameras come on, Whitney doesn't know how to be authentic. Like, it's always moments for the camera. And of course, whenever she gets drunk, girl, there's no talking. This whole cast there's no talking.
Tries to really shine for the camera. All of them.
Yeah. Which it works sometimes in the favor, and then sometimes in a 22 episode season like this, we get exhausted by episode 15. Like, it burns out very quickly.
Got every cast member trying to get camera time in the same episode. It's like
But I think that with this conversation, though, it does seem like that after Mary did finally sit down and Whitney was saying, I apologize for saying, and this is why I was saying it, blah blah blah. It does feel like Mary was listening to her.
She was listening, I think. But Whitney, it's like when you apologize, just apologize. Don't give a but don't give a this. Like, just kind of just.
And that's what Mary told her.
And Mary, I think when she said that comment, Mary was like, now don't validate yourself, and also let me finish. Let me speak to you. Blah blah blah. And they actually were okay. They
were in the process.
They were in the process. But Whitney, getting to go ahead.
Whitney brought that up because Mary asked her, well, then why did you say it? So that's when Whitney said, I said it. I wouldn't have gone as hard if you hadn't, disrespected me first. So she didn't apologize and then just throw that out there. Mary did ask her why she said it in the first place. But they were listening, and I get Mary, like, girl, after a year of filming and every time we get with this, Whitney's drunk and sloppy and it starts to some drama. I don't want to sit and have a conversation with you either. I get it. I understand. And I think it's that instance there where it's moments like that where I remember why I like Whitney, because she genuinely really did like Mary. Whitney is just one of those that if you are mean to her, she's going to turn around and be the shadiest, like, snake of a person to you. And then claim that she's the one, claim that she's the one being hurt. Their little feud did not need to blow up the way that it blew up. Like, it was so. Her and Mary both kind of ran with that and drug that into the ground. That was the stupidest fight.
Okay, so do you think that before we talk about the next part, that they're going to get to a good place? Do you think they were?
I don't think so.
I think they could have. I think they were on the path to at least getting to. And I'm sorry, and then being able to hug it out. Now, whether it was going to last or not, I don't know. But I think that in that moment, they would have been able to get to a good place had the little aunt kept her damn mouth closed.
Yeah. I mean, if Mary can get to a good place with Jen Shah after last season, like,
that's true.
Mary does have the capability. I don't think Mary would have called her a friend, but Mary would have been like, hey, Whitney, what's up? She wouldn't have been dragging her low every episode.
Okay. Well, before we could even find out what the hell was going to happen, there was this lady over here to the left in a red dress,
frizzy hair.
Looked like her hair was either in a fan or she got electrocuted or the curl iron stopped while she was going through her curls. I don't know what was going on with this lady, but she was very agitated because while she was so busy, I thought talking to Jen, she was listening to their conversation. And what happens is she hears them say that Mary says that she's a nice person.
And then she doesn't hurt people.
She doesn't hurt people. And so the lady, she comes in with her curls, all doing this. And so at that point, she's involved. And Mary's just like, girl, like, shut up. Like, oh, like, what are you getting hood? Actually, I say that as a meme. Oh, you getting hood now? And she's like, you getting hood or whatever. And so this really makes her upset. And so, Mary and Whitney is still trying to talk. Mary's like, come on, let's go over here. The lady starts following her, walking over. She literally walks up in between the second conversation and says, I'm sorry, Whitney. This is Whitney. She's, I'm sorry, Whitney. What did you say, Mary?
Right out the way.
What did you say, Mary?
Push Whitney right on out.
Okay, so then
it was the weirdest thing.
It was the weirdest, most aggressive
and thirsty and aggressive
is what it was.
Imagine doing all of that only to be fired.
Okay, how embarrassing.
So
embarrassing.
So before she chases after her and throws the glass, if you notice, none of y'all saw it. Heather, the manatee, is the person that says,
I saw her arm flapping.
She literally says, go after her. She goes after her, throws the glass, and Mary just like, oh my God. And I love that Mary was just kind of like laughing it off and like more like this, like making her look crazy. Because I think she even said like, she's crazy. She's like, I'm not a psychopath. Yeah. Like, I matter, Mary. I'm like, see, she has a lot of people in this cast, I thought they have issues with validation. A lot of them need it.
Absolutely.
And Jennie was perfect casting in that for that purpose because she needed to. Somebody in her life told her she didn't matter. And so everything that Mary does, she pays her, it triggers her.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That whole thing. So I think anytime that you're in a situation like that, obviously this is one of the only cast people who like walk off. Everybody else sits around and fights. Like every other franchise sits and fight. This cast loves to walk off and storm off and disengage and leave. So I didn't necessarily, I went back after y'all guys said that and I watched the scene again. I don't think Heather was telling her to like,
yes, she was
attack Mary, but she was like, go follow her.
Go after her is what she was doing. Yeah.
I mean, that's following her now.
She didn't know she was going to throw a damn glass at her.
Listen, when you're dealing with somebody that's racist, you never know what they may do.
True. It was the weirdest. It was the weirdest thing for me. The fact that she popped her bobblehead around Jen Shah's big body.
I mean, she really did. She really was doing this. She was so. I feel like I don't know if it was the tequila that at Vida event or something she came with, but she was clearly like intoxicated. But she was
she was drunk,
aggressive for somebody that really wasn't even talking to her.
Yeah,
wasn't even acknowledging her. She was trying to get away. It don't matter what. It's like she probably would have continue to antagonize her if Mary hadn't left. And I really wish that Mary wasn't in any form of God because I would have knocked her upside her head and took that charge.
Well, it's what she's done. She's looking for a moment and she wanted Mary because Mary's done it in the past. Mary has gave her the moment that she's wanted. She's gave her the reason to be like, oh, did you hear what she said to me? I'm glad Mary got smart and was like, I'm not doing this with you. I'm just not engaging with you.
Even when Mary and Whitney were speaking, it's kind of bad. Even when Whitney is trying to tell you to like be quiet or shush you.
When drunk Whitney
like, wait a minute, girl, you're gonna get your time. Let me finish my conversation with her. That's why I really did think that Whitney was sincere because she wasn't trying to egg the lady on. And for her to, be so aggressive and to really go after Mary like that, had that been, I always say this, I wish there were times where some of those other housewives that we know would not go for no shit like that was in the room and step in because that was crazy. Had that been the other way around and Mary would have did all that to her and threw a glass at her, they would have really nailed us to the cross.
Yeah.
It was a lie, and we already know. Had this been anybody else, had this been the other way around, it would have been a mess, and it would have just been a mess. I'm gonna say that, and so that's why I am so glad that she is leaving. Mary's leaving because I just like at this point I'm like I am so irritated. Like
I don't blame
watching it.
Yeah,
I don't like to watch that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's worse because we what's been revealed of Jennie, which is a good reason. I'm glad she's fired because I think it would have continued into the next season. But also it's just like it's not like, good to watch. Because
even before that night, we've always said that Mary has looked like she generally doesn't enjoy being there with any of them. She has her moments where she has some fun, but for the most part, she really doesn't fuck with any of them.
Yeah,
and so it's really uncomfortable to watch when you're sitting there.
Do y'all think that anybody should have ran after her? And before you answer that, shout out to Bay for this super chat.
Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, baby. What's up, baby?
Look.
Now, wait a minute.
What's up, Brandon?
Now, wait a damn minute.
What's up, baby?
Hold on, let me get them off the screen.
I definitely think somebody should have. I mean, Meredith at that point was already gone, right?
No,
no, after Meredith left.
Nobody had left.
Okay,
Mary's personally. So, do you think anybody should have stopped her or went after Mary? Like, what do you think?
I think so.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. I think Whitney. I was a little disappointed in Whitney because if you're trying to get good, I would have looked at Jennie and been like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And then like,
I would say like, "Hey, chill. I'm trying to have this moment."
Okay, from the queen of doing too much, like, bitch, you doing too fucking much. Like, calm down.
I agree with Jamie. I definitely feel like Whitney should at least try to step in and say, "Hey, Jennie, calm down." But it was like she initially tried when they were sitting on the sofa, but it was like they all wanted that moment for Jennie to kind of go after Mary. So even if they would have just went and said, "Mary, I'm sorry to happen. Are you okay?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But nobody did.
Well, Mary still would have.
Look at the way it was set up. The way it was set up for those that weren't on the couch, it was set up as if Mary had said something to piss her off, which she did, but they're missing the backstory of her actually coming into the conversation. That's really all it was. You would think if you were the other ladies, which they probably don't care because it's also Mary, they don't really like Mary, they're scared of Mary, whatever the case may be. You would think that Mary, they're gonna marry again. She didn't say something to this girl, and now she mad. You know what I'm saying? That's what you would think. So I really wish Whitney would have been like, blah blah blah. This happened.
Whitney or Jen.
Yeah.
Right. But what did they do?
Jen.
What did they do? Whitney went over there. The first thing she said was, "Well, I was apologizing because I
said a church was a cult."
And they said it's not a cult. I'm like,
right.
Jen Shah said that. I was like,
no,
Jen Shah said that. Yeah. And Whitney was like, "I don't have the facts or I don't have proof or whatever she said." So
I'm glad Whitney said that. I was like, don't get involved in that again. You just apologize.
Yeah, you just
apologize.
Don't
start that shit again.
Yeah.
I was really the cast reaction to that was very one, that event wasn't that organized. There was only 30 people there. It was a small event. They were in all different places of that club.
It wasn't even not going. She didn't even get to do an announcement. She didn't do nothing. I mean, it was just like.
But
what is
Lisa's response to, I don't care, break some shit. I was like, that's
I didn't.
Fake.
That's why at this point, I don't know if they're watching or not. I am done with Miss Lisa Barlow
weird.
Because to be like, I don't care. Then why are you apologizing? That whole scene just gave.
That was so weird.
Break some shit. Just don't break my bottle or the sign. I was like, this fake ass, whack ass, chick with these ugly, funny looking ass young men that she called kids, and her husband that fucked her sister years ago, allegedly.
Jack and Jill ain't got nothing to do with it.
And so, where do y'all think Meredith was? Because Meredith wasn't with them.
She wasn't with. I want to say she was sitting down or something when the camera panned over, but I don't know if that was a cut and copy type of situation or what. Yeah. But she wasn't in the group with them when they were actually talking all in that group standing up together. She wasn't with them. I don't know where she was. Yeah,
well, the last thing Mary said was, who are your friends, something like that. And I feel like she was throwing a little jab at Meredith, but Meredith wasn't necessarily there. So hopefully, I think they still good. She did post on her page recently.
She did. She posted it. Was it today or yesterday or something like that?
Yesterday, I believe. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I think they said that Meredith did. Not Meredith. Seth checked on her.
Yeah,
when she left, and then you see Mary leaving on that by herself. I'm like, this is the last time for those that do like Mary. This is how she leaves.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
This is the mess.
I think Mary. I wish Mary would have come back strictly because I do feel like she's really good TV. The lady is funny. Shit flies out of her mouth. All the problematic shit that she says, whatever. She's good TV. However, I agree, and Chase said it in the group chat. Like, why show up to work in that environment? And seeing that episode, I was like, oh God, this is like, if you don't have your coworkers, at least tell them the bitch that did too much. Like, girl, that was a lot. That was unfucking necessary. Then why would I want to continue to be around y'all at all? And I can see why she didn't show up to the reunion. Like,
you can see every episode from like maybe 2 episodes ago to now. why she decided not to return back. Like comes to the reunion. Like, I mean, that's just a lot. It was a whole lot. And I mean, even though Meredith has her, like, is her friend, you know, sometimes it looks like, to me, it looks like Mary has Meredith's back a little more than Meredith has back. And I think Meredith just kind of, she don't play both sides, but she still is friends with other ladies. And Mary is like the black sheep. No pun intended. Yeah. But she's like the one that none of them like. You know, at least Meredith has a few hands that people like her. None of them like Mary, so it's only right that she leaves.
Yeah, and I also felt like if she would have shown up to that reunion, that it would have been we're gonna dump everything on Mary. Like everything was Mary's fault had she shown up. So I'm kind of glad that she didn't, and she decided to go ahead and move along, because Mary was you know, wearing her Chanel gloves and shit before the show, so she'll be all right.
Right. So after that, after Mary leaves, you know, she's gone at this point. There's another conversation that happens, and I don't know how they got back here. This is where all the ladies are talking, you know, and they're talking more so about
friendship.
What was it about? Friendship.
Like are we gonna support each other? And
it was Meredith and Jen, and Jen was playing her little, you know, victim thing again, and she was basically saying, you know, that, damn, what was she talking about? It was so poorly to me.
It was Lisa Barlow saying it, I think, and it was like, are we gonna support each other and be there for each other? And Jen was like, well, I feel like I'm friends with everybody. And she and Meredith and was like, are we friends? Are you my friend? And I'm like, girl, she ain't. The fuck?
She told you. She told you last week.
It's really fake, because they start talking about, you know, Meredith's situation when she allegedly cheated on Seth or was messing with other men while they weren't together. And Meredith, she storms off, was like, I'll bring up everybody's dirt.
I'll bring up who's that lady was sleeping with.
That lady was.
I'm like, Meredith, bring it, girl. Get a cigarette and tell us, honey. Let us know.
That lady was feeling good. She was sauntering out, just stepping.
She went up to Seth, and Seth's like, "You all right?" She was like, "Yeah, let's go." It's like, I
was feeling no pain.
They probably had went home and like had such sex. Yes.
You think so?
Yes. I think they had some motherfucking freaks.
Seth be knocking the sour creams out of her medicated ass.
They F down.
I'm dead. Down. Wait a minute.
Love that for her.
For the super chat.
Love that for my lady.
What was I gonna say on here? Yeah, I don't know what Meredith was, but yeah, she storms off, she leaves or whatever. And right when she leaves, did y'all catch the little comment that she said, that Jen said after just saying that she can be friends with her? She says
it's not my fault. She fucked half of New York.
Half of the Upper East Side.
Half of the Upper East Side. I said,
baby. And Lisa right there Kia with her.
If her husband is okay with it, I love it. I live for thinking that Meredith was allegedly a hoe. Like, that gives me life. I said that last season that I think that she might get it in. I love that. Get your life,
she said that on her way out with her and Seth. She was like, Seth and I dated other people. It's no big deal.
She has never not said that. She has never not owned it.
I don't understand why they're trying to use that against her as if like they're not in the best place. And it's known. Yeah. Like, how is, if anything, what she could unleash could hurt them. Not Heather. She ain't got no man. So
okay, you know. Mary, calm down, Mary. You don't have a husband. You don't have a husband.
You don't have a husband.
And I'm sure. I mean, Whitney, that's how she got her husband, because they was both cheating. So she really can't say nothing about that. And
she hasn't. Noticed how she's been smart about that. She kept her mouth shut during all that conversation. She's like, well, I don't know about that. It has nothing to do with me.
Yeah. And Meredith, again, she made that comment again. You know, you've done the most things to me, Jen. I'm like, I'm just glad it's over. And so we get these last little we get these little end of the season little where are they now or whatever. I didn't really like them, so I created my own. So except for, you know, you notice they didn't give that lady one to the lady.
They didn't give her one.
So I'm not giving her one either. But yeah. While it loads up, though, let's talk about this reunion coming up. What y'all think about the trailer and what it's giving?
It looks good.
Yeah,
I was excited. I'm a little bit worried because they said it's a 3-part. I was like, but Mary ain't there. What do y'all?
It could have been just 2 parts. If Mary ain't there, that's one whole part gone. That's one part gone.
And then I know that they're going to spend some time talking with that lady, and I really, really fucking wish that they would just cut completely out.
Completely out. Cut her out.
I just want her. I want her out as much as possible because
I'm ready for the part that where the Jen is like, you know, you she said, bitch, you are a bitch. I'm like, I'm assuming it seems like Lisa's gonna be at it with everybody the whole thing.
Yeah,
the whole time. I feel like everybody else will be able to make it through it, but I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it was a little underwhelming to me. I mean, I don't know what to expect, but I'm gonna watch it. The looks didn't look any better to me. They still look pretty. They were still just as ugly as they were in the pictures.
The looks were. I did like Meredith. Like I said, I like the color against kind of like the background from what I said.
Meredith
the looks was still Meredith. Yeah.
What you like about it?
To me, the color looked better when on this. When I saw it on TV, it looked better, but now it was still ugly.
Jennie, Jen's lady, outfit.
She looked so dry in the face. Her dress looked big. It looked like a damn potato sack or something that somebody had dyed.
Going these rhinestones on. All right, so these are the end of the season cards I came up with. I had time to make it pretty. Lisa is the true villain of the season. Calls the drum and hit her hands. Next season will be a rough one for her. I just kept it light with her child. Mary, it says supposed to be has. My bad, I was rushing. Has left the show.
No child left behind.
She also left the cast with nothing to discuss at the reunion. And the status of her church is unknown. Heather is still Mormon despite denying it, and still looks a little inbred per Mary. Meredith, let me put these things over, child. With this thing on the side over here. Meredith engages more now than ever and has become an ally to the LGBTQ plus community. Fans speculate that Tom and Harry might be candidates for her New York flings. Watch out, Nguyen.
Not Tom.
Whitney is still somewhere longing for a friendship with Mary. The little girl and her husband are said to be in trouble, and not just sexually.
I like these.
And this one is Jen's trial begins March 7th, and her head, she is still Shah innocent. She is not. Just a little fun time. I had a little time in my head today. Okay, so I'm going to send the link. We don't have anything else to talk about. Unless y'all have anything y'all want to add, I'm gonna send the link for a few calls. Before we have some callers come in, make sure y'all like this video and support the. Yes, come on. Thank y'all for these little season updates. That was just my personal season updates. That's what I would have did if I was in production or editing room, because it was really boring for me what they was doing over there. So let me send the link. And while we do that, I'm kind of excited for New Jersey tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Because last week was a to be continued, so I want to see how that starts tomorrow.
Huh?
I said because last week was a to be continued.
Yeah. I'm ready to see what happened. What Jackie? Well, they ain't gonna probably be much though, Jackie and them, but yeah.
Because they're friends later on in the season. They're back to the duo.
Okay. I'm so glad y'all like my little thing. I did it all for y'all, just for a little laugh. Okay, so I'm going to we have 3 callers today. All right, let me see. We got I'm gonna let her in. Hey, Brooke, you didn't fix your hair. I saw you do this. I said, let me let her in.
Hi.
Welcome back to the lady.
Hi.
Hey, Brooke.
I wanted to come in and say, because I've been saying all season that y'all are Mary apologists, but yesterday's episode, I watched it today. It was the first time I was like, these women are really out to get married. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. None of it made any sense to me why they were going.
So you saying it was right? Or you just...
No, I'm not saying y'all are right. No. Mary still has done some things.
Just last night.
Last night, I saw it very clearly that they were coming for no reason. But the one thing I didn't like was when Coach Shah was saying, thank you so much for this. She was acting a little culty, saying, why they did that to me. But Whitney coming to her trying to start that conversation was why? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this here? Why are we doing this when you're drunk? Jennie ducking her head in during that conversation for what? All them women acting like Mary was the issue in that situation just blew my mind. Yeah. I felt bad for Mary. This was the first time I was like, you know what? They lucky because I would have hit her when she threw the glass at me. We would have been fighting.
Yep.
I would have been all over back to me that second
all
time.
Of it.
She would have got a little push or a little nudge, something like get out of my face.
So they got the right one. Portia would have been fighting. But
for much less. For much less.
She would have wore that lady and her husband out.
That's
I didn't like it. I don't like any women on I don't like Mary either. But I don't like any women on this show. I think none of them have a redeeming quality about them. Like they're just all horrible people. They just seem all to be horrible people, and none of their storylines are endearing at all. So I don't really give this. This is why I don't watch the non-ethnic housewives, because I don't. These people just to me are trash. That's where I am.
I support it. I get it.
So that's all I had to say.
Okay.
I've enjoyed watching y'all this season. I'm probably not going to. I'm going to watch the reunion, but I think I'm done with them.
You know,
I just started watching Miami though. I did start watching.
I love Miami.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I started watching Miami. I didn't watch the other season, just this one. I do like, they're a little spicy. I do like them. So I'm gonna have to switch those two franchises out.
Well, Miami is coming to an end soon. They have like maybe 3 or 4 episodes left. They should be coming to an end soon.
I think their season's only having 12 episodes and then a 2-part reunion.
12?
I believe.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's coming up real soon.
Yeah, I think they only have an episode or 2 left.
I enjoyed the binge I watched of them. So yeah. Have a good night.
Well, we'll be doing it on
Thank
Thursday.
you, Brooke.
We'll be here this Thursday. So
Thank you, Brooke.
Thank you, Brooke.
Bye.
All right, we are going to have. Hey, Miss Indigo, it's been a long time. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hey, we got you on the camera too.
Hi,
Hey,
Cortez. Hi, Jamie. I know you guys, but Antonio, this is my first time meeting you. So hello.
Hello.
Woo.
What's going on?
Okay. A lot. First of all, Cortez, I want to thank you for suggesting to me to watch the Salt Lake Cities, folks.
Well,
and you told me to go back to the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I love you or hate you for that, but
well, the first season you would have been like, okay, cool. Now this season you be
I was, and then I got slapped.
Punch in the air, feel like this is making me mad.
I didn't know what was going on. But from that first season, though, now this is what I want to. This is one of my questions. Y'all, I got 2. I come with 2. So for the first season, I got a feeling that Heather did not like Mary. Now, when I talked to other folks, they was like, no, Heather don't have a problem with Mary. Now, this is before, the later part, because I started watching late and I went all the way back. But I just got a feeling in the first season that Heather didn't see it for Mary. And I really couldn't put my finger on it. But I think I got my finger on it right now. I think that since Heather, kind of rebelled against her religion, and then Mary represents religion, I think, in my mind, that that's why Heather kind of has something against Mary. Now, y'all can tell me what y'all think it is, because can't nobody tell me right now that Heather don't have something against Mary. I think she got something against Mary. That's my first question. What y'all think she got against Mary? Because I'm tired of folks telling me Heather ain't got nothing against Mary. Then
I will say this. I don't know what she got against her. I'm going to ask you the first question first. But I know that there was a post. So, in the summer, she did call her racist. Mm-hmm. She did make a statement about that. But it also recently, maybe like a month ago, she made a post about Heather and where it all started. And she showed a video of season 1 at a table, I guess when Heather jumped in, when Mary and Jen was going at it. I don't know. I didn't really get that last season. I felt like more like Heather issue with Mary became more this season. But you see a little different things than I do. I know you do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can see that. I can definitely see where she would probably have some, just by default, Mary representing church. And I mean, we all on this panel know how Black and brown church leaders can be. They're very in your face. They're going to say what they're going to say. They're not going to placate feelings. And I think Heather has to be handled with kid's glove. And Mary doesn't have kid's glove to handle Heather with.
No.
And so Heather just assumes like, oh my God, it's this big bad, like, you're coming at me and you need to speak to me gently. And because Heather is a big baby. Mary doesn't have that for anybody. Kid's glove, Mary just doesn't have it. It works sometimes in her favor, and sometimes you're like, okay, lady, there is no need for you to be dragging these women randomly like this. But I can see that a little bit. I think Mary makes Heather uncomfortable.
Anybody that calls me a manatee or an ogre or a Shrek, that will make me uncomfortable.
Inbred.
Well, she didn't hear her inbred, but she didn't hear Mary said somebody because in the reunion apparently she heard somebody else say it, right?
Well, Lisa had already said that she was. Yeah. Lisa said that in her confessional
in season 1.
It was this season. It was just episodes ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what Mary said?
Well, yeah, she's like, you're inbred, your inbred cousins, or something like that. She said, she did say that.
Okay, so then my other question before y'all kick me out is, all right, so so this is Utah, right?
Right.
Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm trying to get my mind there. I did a little I have to wrap my mind around this. I did a little research on them and everything. It's 72% white folks, whatever, and it's I think it said 5% black people. No. I'm sorry. 2% black people and 5% Asians. Okay. So that's all good. So my question for you guys is, since the two cultured people, the non-whites, since they are not going to be returning, do you guys feel like they should be replaced with non-whites? Now, I'm going to answer first. I think yes. I looked up the statistics to see how hard it would be to find them in Utah. I don't know nothing about Utah, but they set the bar. And I know that Jen is also a non-white, but we don't know how long she's going to be here or whatever. And whatnot.
We can't count on her.
Exactly. So, how do you guys feel? Do you feel like Bravo needs to stick to, we need 2 more non-whites?
Yeah, I do agree with that. And for some reason, I'm glad you said that. Like even last night, when I was watching last night's episode, there were 2 people that Lisa had invited. It was the guy and the girl with the long braids. For some reason, the camera kept being on them.
It kept going to her.
And I just thought that was kind of odd because the camera kept going to them. But I would like for it to be.
We know what they're doing.
I would like for it to be 2 people of the same race.
Lisa does. I mean, I don't know if they her little charms or her little braces, but she does have a lot of like black friends or that people that she's associated with. I mean, Cameron was black. I mean, her friend.
Ready to replace
others too. Like if you follow on Instagram, so
and then
she loves it. I ain't gonna.
And then I did look at them 2 people on Instagram. The dude is like a clothing designer or a suit designer or something like that.
Okay.
And the lady, that's Mary, and the lady is like a model and artist.
I would like to see that.
Because she did keep saying, you're so beautiful. I'm so glad you came. You're so beautiful. And I was like, Mary's replacement? Is that Mary's replacement?
I thought the same thing. I did.
Because them braids don't give them a play.
We've chatted about this on other franchises. Like we love diversity. We love seeing these shows cast women of color. But it also... Bravo, that's where Bravo stops with the diversity. They threw Ebony as the first black woman in New York, and somehow Ebony, the narrative was Ebony was the problem. When it wasn't Ebony was the problem, is there was no support in place to support a black woman talking about her experiences. Garcelle, they threw Garcelle up in there. And, whatever y'all's feelings on Garcelle is, being the only black person in a cast of 87 white women, that...
But Jamie...
It's still weird.
See, the difference is,
I gotta let you go in a second.
Okay. The difference is, though, with Garcelle, they allow Garcelle to bring in a friend, but with Ebony, they kicked her off. She's not coming back.
Yeah, which I think was bullshit. But I definitely want to see more black and brown women, non-white women.
I want to see it, but I don't want them to throw them out there like that. Because
I agree, Cortez. That makes sense.
You get another Mary. Like you need they need to have some kind of chemistry, some kind of friendship, something, because it's not going to work out.
Oh,
like
Bye.
Bye, Indigo.
Thank you for leaning in. All right.
You have a great smile, by the way. I love your smile.
Oh, thank you.
Y'all make sure y'all check out Indigo's page too. Indigo does tarot reading and whatever. I've been on her show before too, but like I said, she can see things that I can't see. So that's why I was like,
okay.
If she said, I'm like, Indigo, put your link in the chat so people can check out your page too, check out some of your videos too. All right, so next person is Demisio. Hey, Demisio, like you ready to read, chat. Hey,
Demisio, the boy got a spotlight on it.
Okay.
Let me sit up for Demisio.
Hey, Jamie, I miss seeing you.
Hey, I'm back.
Shah, what you got to say?
What's up?
I'm sorry, honey.
I'm just playing Delicio.
Thank you, honey. I'm sorry. No, I'm just saying. I want to say, first of all, I love everybody's outfit. Actually, it's probably like one of the first times that I've actually liked this cast outfits. I love the little theme and everything. I thought it was cute. I liked Heather the most, even though Antonio was horrible.
You like Heather's outfit the most?
Out of everybody.
Antonio's face.
Oh, you did say that. You said it in the chat.
Yes. Now I'm gonna start with Liddy Witty, because I didn't start calling her that now, because I see when she get drunk, honey,
so much liquor courage. It's crazy.
I'm just like, oh, here we go again with another Whitney scene. Like, girl, Mary don't care. Leave that woman alone. Like, you trying to apologize. It's just like, what you sorry for now? You weren't sorry then. You weren't sorry now. One of the times that you do all this.
Now one.
Yes, you know. Like, you weren't sorry none of them other times. Like, what you so sorry for now? Like, I don't understand. And then it's just like Jennie so needing a moment. Like, it's just like, girl, get your moment somewhere else, because you fucking with somebody that don't even care about you, don't want to talk to you, don't want to speak to you. Like, I damn sure wouldn't be going fucking with nobody that's clearly ignoring me. Like, why are you even going bothering this woman? Then just following her around, baby. Mary is a good one, because she would have been following.
She would have got pooped.
Okay.
I mean, something. I'm sorry. She would.
Yeah, like, it's just like, it was like she even like pushed Whitney out the way, and I'm just like, girl, is it that serious? Like, is it that serious to confront Mary now, girl? It is not that serious. Like, you didn't about knock Liddy Witty over just to get your point across.
Liddy Witty. Come on, Liddy Witty.
Liddy Witty.
You don't even care, child. Like, Whitney still trying to talk, child. And I'm sorry. I'm like, ooh. Like, just whole push out the way. Like, even Jen was trying.
She almost knocked Whitney's ponytail out. It was barely hanging on. It was barely hanging on to that little piece. It was like about to fall out. I was like, dang, is it that serious?
Like, but you see, you wanna know what? That shows you that she came on that show for this purpose. She came on this show and she picked that one person, and she picked Mary. Like, she picked her because she ain't came after really. I mean, she kind of came after Meredith, but Meredith kind of got in her ass and she left Meredith alone. But it's like her drive to just, even like watching her on Watch What Happens Live, is like her drive to just come after Mary, and just like it makes them post. Like, it goes back to those posts. Like, it's just like, dang, girl, like, you really look kind of bad. Like, for real, like, her acting like this with those posts coming out the way that they did does not help her, like, at all. It doesn't. It makes the case even look worse to me, personally. Like, I'm glad that they kicked her ass out, because she really was irritating me. Like, then I can't even stand the way she talked. Like, oh, man, it was just...
Me either, Demisio.
It is so irritating, like,
She said Mary don't know what the hood is.
I mean, she doesn't.
I mean, yeah,
she does. And then Mary said last season she's scared of the hood.
Yeah, and in San Diego, I mean, ain't no hood over there either, really. I mean, it's some
hello. I was trying to figure that out too.
Or like, Vietnam, wherever. I mean, what hood did you know? those curls was with a hood, but yeah, that's it.
Now she looked a mess. The curls, like, yeah, Jennie, no. I'm glad she gone. Ready for the reunion to get here and be over with. This was like a very, very chaotic, tiresome season, man. Honestly, like, I don't even know who I even like no more at this point. Like, they all got on my
I thought the same thing today, Demisio. I was like, I don't even know if I like any of them now. Meredith,
I'm not
cool, but
we need a break.
Yeah, Meredith. But it's like even Meredith kind of got on my nerve a little bit, just a tad bit.
Why?
Like when she was like doing the whole, if you invite Jen, then don't invite me, and when they would invite. Well, did you invite?
Get mad.
Yeah, Yeah, like, did I tell you not to, like, who died and made you the attending police and the principal?
Well, child, I mean, listen. All
Look,
I said,
she
I
don't want
didn't
to
say
be around
don't
that
invite her.
jailbird.
I just said don't invite me if you invite her.
But at that point in the show, it's like, you know, Jen is gonna be there. Like, she's kind of the star of the show.
That's true.
You know she's gonna be there. So it's just like, that was kind of irritating. But overall, like, they got on my nerve. But like the lady said that just got off here, I do think that they should bring on 2 black girls.
Yeah, I if they brought it has to be, and they have to know each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So they can have each other.
And they have to be attached to somebody that's already there on the cast.
They can start with Heather. You know, Heather love black men, so she got some black friends somewhere.
Child, she like black men to fuck.
No. Thank you to me, so we're gonna let you go.
Black men for that reason too, so I don't blame Heather.
Oh,
but you're black, so okay.
Y'all cut up.
All right, our last caller for tonight is Miss Lisa. Hey, Lisa, honey.
Hey, Lisa.
How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Okay, but anyway, let's get this. I mean, okay, this I'm glad to see some no wit. Number one, them suits that Brooke did, that video shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking what? Like,
I think those suits were rented, right? They weren't his suits.
Yeah, I don't think they were his. I think it was just for Meredith's jewelry.
From somewhere. It was just she rented them for the photo shoot because she made a comment. She made a comment saying like she couldn't mess them up.
You know, I follow her on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah,
and because I like Meredith, I do. I really do. I like her. You know, I like her first season. I like her last season because I remember she said, she told Jen Shah, you're not gonna make me pick who I want to be friends with. You're not gonna tell me that.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what I like about people. That's because you don't get along with Mary Cosby. That don't mean I can't get along with her. Me and her get along just fine. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I like about Mary. She does stand up. And I like the way she says out there with her husband, accepting her husband. She said, yeah, honey, me and my husband both want to do something. Okay. So why y'all not ready? She said, I'm gonna start telling everybody business, huh? And walked out there like switching with her husband on her hand. I said, okay then, honey, that's the way to do it.
Yes, indeed.
Let them know, baby, you ain't finna bother me. You ain't finna bother me with all this negativity. Like I told, she already told Jen, I don't want to deal with you. The reason why she kept telling them, she said, I don't want to deal with her. When y'all house, and she done told them so many times, but they ignore it though. They invite her and they invite Jen. This is one thing I do not understand about Jen Shah and Jennie. Somebody said they don't want to fuck with you. Don't mess with them. Move on. Y'all friendship is done. Number one, you came after her son. You don't do that. No, you don't come after my child. You come after my child, I'm have to get machete and cut you down. That's one thing. You don't do that. And so, and I can understand Mary's point of view about that. Don't come after my child. You came after my child, and now you want us. Now you want to come after everything. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. And oh my God, poor Whitney. Yeah, she need a moment, her and her husband. The sex stuff. Baby, I don't need to see you and your husband having sex.
Good. They weren't having sex. They was playing in oil or paint.
Hey, that makes sense. I don't understand you. But I'm gonna tell you something. I do like Whitney because Whitney like the pole. She like to go to a pole, okay? And I said, honey, you remember last season when she had the strippers on the strip pole? It was the 1920s movie. From the 1920s, the pod, she had the strippers up in there. I said, go on here. Whitney said, that's how I got my husband, honey. She can't tell y'all, she can't tell y'all how to get your husband. Get a strip pole, okay? And that's what I like about her. But other than that, the other mess she got going on, child, shut the hell up, okay? Okay. So you let Jennie punk you. You said no, sit down. You should have slapped out the way. You know what I'm saying? When she put, I mean, Jennie did push her out the way, honey. They'll kind of get the Mary. Mary said, I do not want to talk to you, Jennie. You is not my, and I think that's the problem, nigga. I think that is the problem. She ignored the hell out of Jennie because she didn't want to be bothered. Mary always make her mad. I'm not finna mess with you. I don't have nothing to say to you. I'm not going to apologize to you about the slant of eyes comment. We are done. You want to keep on coming after me for no reason? I'm done. And I think that really got in Jennie's skin. Oh yeah, y'all do know they dropped the charges against Mary and her son. The
against her son.
Yeah,
but I think Mary's still scheduled for court in May.
For what? Charges for what?
Oh, about when they had somebody at the house, or
his girlfriend at the house.
Okay,
abetting a runaway or something, aiding and abetting a runaway or something like that.
I thought they
was a woman of God.
I'm glad you told me that. I'm glad you said. I'm glad you told. But I thought I may have read it wrong then, because I thought they had dropped the charge against both of them.
I missed that.
I haven't followed. I didn't know she was still on.
It was on Instagram and Twitter today.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm this, and Lisa, it's something wrong with Lisa, because when she should have thought, girl, you don't throw no drink at my party. What's the mess wrong with you?
Yeah.
And didn't nobody say nothing. That would make it so bad. And that what Mary was saying. You know who your friends is. Because girl, I'm gonna tell you something. See, she on the wrong case, because she would have did that. She would have did that on Potomac and man, they would have got hold of her ass. She talking about she's from Long Beach. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. You ain't must be from Long Beach. That must have been you should know better. You should have known better than come on a black woman. No, you came on a godly black woman. A real sister from the hood would have stuck back, baby, and would have grabbed that weed you had in your hair.
Grab all that lion hair.
So did, baby, because you had the right woman. Well, you know, Mary said she seen Jesus after her, and now she gone from the show. Okay, that what Mary said. I ain't worrying about it. I'm gonna send Jesus after y'all. I don't mess with Mary, but Mary said she sent Jesus after her.
Thus far, it seems to be true.
I don't mess with Mary. You mess with Mary and some come out. She said Jesus after.
Whitney's coming too.
Huh?
Whitney's gonna come too.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. She seen Jesus after Whitney. Whitney got charged with fraud. Don't mess with Mary and her church. Okay. I promise y'all, we're not gonna say nothing about Mary and her church, because she seen Jesus after her. These 3 people came after her, baby doll, and what they did, what's up with that? But I ain't finna move. I ain't finna play with Mary. I ain't finna play with Mary. Baby doll.
Okay, Lisa, we're about to get ready to leave now. I'm gonna let you go, okay?
Okay, Don, I love you. I'm
Bye,
gonna
Lisa.
Email too. I'm gonna say I got to talk to you about something.
Okay.
But I'm gonna get your permission first, though.
Okay, hit me up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you.
Just hit me up on Instagram.
Bye, Lisa.
Or you can directly email from the YouTube, I believe, one of the pages, because I get emails from Dr. C, who was all the time actor. So yeah.
Yeah, I love you, Antonio and Jamie.
I love you too, Lisa. Have a good night.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so we are about to lean out. I saw a couple of posts asking where we're going to cover the trial. I'm open to covering the trial, but I want to make sure I get all the facts. Okay, I ain't
maybe they could be like a lunch lean or something like that.
Yeah, maybe like a little lunch lean,
because check-in.
Last year when they when she, I forgot whatever the first step was, but you were actually able to call in and listen, and so I actually called in. So I don't know, maybe we'll probably drop some stuff. We probably could do some little lunch leans on that or whatever, just to cover it. I do know that Candy show is coming up soon, and I don't know what date is it air. Is it air on Sunday? I believe it's a Sunday. I think they're taking Sunday spot. So I think we may cover that too. But other than that, New Jersey on Tuesdays, Married to Medicine on Thursdays, Drag Race and Ladies Who List are shows, but they're not live. So if you watch those shows, that's probably why you don't get notifications. Remember,
not Married to Medicine, Mexico, Miami.
Mexican.
I said that.
I say Mexico.
What did I say? Not Married to
Medicine.
You said Married to Medicine, friend, when you was talking. You said Married to Medicine on Thursday.
I meant to say Real Housewives of Miami.
My friend needs a nap.
Child. Of course, we're gonna cover Dubai. Yes, because I'm. They actually are. I think are they done or are they still filming?
No, they done filming now. They wrapped like last week or the week before. We're
gonna cover that. I'm. It's new. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind.
I'm interested to see how that comes out.
Because that's gonna be money. You're talking about rich.
Yes. I'm open to covering Candy's spinoff of Lisa Vanderpump Rules. But I'm not really the biggest fan of Candy like that. But I do support her and her businesses.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna
let Sammy run it.
Yeah, Sammy like that.
Sammy love him some Candy.
Okay, y'all. With that being said, we're gonna lean out. Make sure, like Carrie Conversations, to hit that like button. Thank y'all for watching tonight. A lot of great points, a lot of great moments. If you have anything else to add, appreciate to leave that in the comments and head on over to the poll. Again, New Jersey is tomorrow, and Real Housewives of Miami is on Thursday. Live, those 2 live shows. Y'all have a good rest of y'all Monday night, and we'll see y'all. What will we see y'all for? We'll see y'all on this show next week for the reunion. But we'll see y'all the next time, whatever show y'all watch.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow.
I'm so motherfucking tired. All right, y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.